Okay, so this is in response to a question that was asked earlier on the Sidewalk Astronomers of Charlottetown group page. And my name is Chris Vesey. I am the current custodian of the page. And so a really great question. What is this conjunction going to look like? And it's supposed to be best on the 21st. So why is that? Well, let's have a look. So right now, here in Charlottetown, it's 16:53. Okay, that's 4:53 p.m. And this is a southward view from Charlottetown. The background, the land, that's not actually a local shot. That's just a generic field that I've had put in there. But that's pretty much what the sky looks like right now if you were where I am at my house looking south and there were nothing else in the way. Okay, that's what things would look like. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm using Stellarium, okay, which is free planetarium software. You can download this and use it. So I'm going to select Jupiter, so it's now my target, and I'm going to center it on my screen. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on Jupiter. And you can see that as I'm zooming in, they're just fuzzy balls right now because it's still very light. But I'm going to zoom in fairly close here. So close that we will begin to see the Jupiter satellites. Okay, and there's where Jupiter then resolves into an image of a planet. This is just a simulation. So I'm going to back it out a little tiny bit from here. Right out to about here. Okay. And I'm actually, I'm going to then bring up a different screen here. So one of the screens that I have is my date time window. So we're almost 5 o'clock. Okay, almost 5 o'clock today. And that's what things look like in the sky right now. Drag this down a little bit, and you can see Saturn up here. The words for Jupiter, that shows up because it's the selected object, but I need to keep it selected so that I can track along with it. Now, you'll notice the sky right now is now moving, okay, because I'm not locked on Jupiter. I've selected it, but it's not in the center. But you can see where Saturn is. So I'm going to return Jupiter to the center. Now I'm going to zap ahead to tomorrow night, same time. That's the 11th, night of the 12th. 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. You can see the motion of the principal Jovian satellites there as well. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Try to bring a little bit more detail in. That's the evening of the 19th. There's the 20th. There's the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So basically, between the 20th and the 21st is the optimum time, but we don't have a whole lot of time before the object sets. So let me back this up again. I'm going to go with the night of the 20th, and there it is. And I'm going to change my time scaling and increase my time speed, which, if you can read my screen, the L key will let me do that without having to click. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to increase my time scale. Got to click on the background here. Okay. And, I still want to lock on Jupiter. There's my time scale. It's moving. That's 5 o'clock. Those are things like satellites that flash by. Don't panic. It does track satellites as well. Okay, so we're coming up to like 5:30-ish. Very shortly. Going to increase a little bit more. Whoa. We'll back it up a little bit. Okay. So about 6:25 p.m., Jupiter and Saturn will pass below our horizon. So the night of the 20th or the 21st, you'll get roughly the same view, because even though this is looking straight up, in terms of direct distance between Jupiter and Saturn, it's not going to be a whole lot of difference between the 20th and the 21st. On the 20th, Saturn will be a bit to the left of, for want of a better term, Jupiter, if you were looking on its plane. And on the 21st, it'll be a bit to the right of. So not a whole lot of difference. But that's still a very close approach. And if we were to center this up and zoom our way in to, say, about an 8-inch Dobsonian's viewpoint, I'm going to move this slightly and zoom us in a little bit more. Okay, so only if you had a very wide-angled lens on a really good telescope would you be able to see both of them at any level of detail. But certainly, you will see something more like this. Okay? So hopefully, this will answer any questions that people have. Once again, thanks for your virtual support of Sidewalk Astronomers of Charlottetown. I know 2020 has been kind of a terrible, terrible time for astronomy, because we've not been allowed to get together and do the things we normally do. Hopefully 2021 will be better. But thank you for sticking with us, and hope you have a great holiday season. All the best.